Hey everybody, how are you? Happy Monday to you. I hope you've had a good start to your week. Last week did a video doing a little preview of the football team with head coach Brett Dial. Had a chance to chat with him, and I said that I was going to do my very best to be able to get out and talk to some of our other fall sports, and I'm trying to live up to that promise. And today I had a chance to head over to the high school and catch up on the volleyball program. Of course, Carterville, an outstanding season last year, 34-6. Went on a 10-game run, a win streak there at the end of the season, a fantastic postseason run, eventually losing to Mater Dei. But a little bit earlier, I had a chance to talk to the head coach, second year with the Volleyball Lions, and that is Coach Nathan Emrick here on our Carterville Lions Volleyball preview here this evening. Hey everybody, a chance to come out and visit with head coach Nathan Emrick of the volleyball team here at Carterville High School. Number one, how are you?
We're all right. We're first week of school. We're settling in, and we're just trying to kind of figure out some lineups and kind of grind out those first 2 weeks. You know, we're at that point where it's like we're sick of practicing already. Looking forward to Fridays, our meet the Lions, where we kind of get to have a scrimmage in front of some people, and then open up next week with Sesser-Valier on Tuesday, Carbondale on Thursday. Both of them are home, and then we go right into the river to river. So you want to hurry up to play, and then once you get playing, you better get ready right out of the gate because it's coming quick.
Absolutely. And let's talk about this Meet the Lions night. People can actually come in and see a bit of a scrimmage like you talked about.
Yeah, so it'll be a condensed scrimmage. We'll have a freshman / JV. We'll kind of mix them up, and they'll play one set, and then our varsity will come out, and they'll kind of do their normal warm-up type stuff, and then we'll have kind of a varsity scrimmage. That'll be a little controlled, but it'll be a good chance for us to kind of play in front of some fans and them to kind of see us and see what we're about, and hopefully kind of knock some of the rust off of not playing for a little bit in front of people. But I mean, we played a bunch this summer with some crowds and things like that, so I'm not super concerned with that part. But it'll be a great experience for us. Hoping last year was my first experience with Meet the Lions, and it's a great event just for our school and our community to come out and kind of meet some of our athletes and our band kids and people like that, and just celebrate kind of some of the hard work they put in, and just get everybody kind of ready and on the same page for what's to come this fall.
Coach, just coming off an unbelievable year last year, 34-6. You had a 10-game winning streak there at the end of the season prior to the loss to Mater Dei at the end of the year. But what did you learn from that season that you can carry over into this year for this team?
I think for us, like the interesting thing was about 2/3 of the way through the year, and probably even later into that, going into the last week of the regular season, we honestly weren't playing super well. And we went to Fairfield the weekend before regionals, and it just kind of clicked for us. And we played really, really well there. We beat some really good teams. We beat Fairfield there. We beat Pinckneyville there, which worried me turning around and having to play them in a regional final, what that was going to be like. But I think last year was the epitome. We were good, but it just came down to we got really hot at the right time, because looking through our regional and sectional, there's about 5 or 6 teams that could have won that, and nobody would have blinked an eye and thought any differently. So I think one is 2A volleyball around here in regionals and sectionals is super competitive. I mean, you're drawing in Freeburg and Columbia and some of those teams, as well as, Fairfield, Massac, Nashville, Pinckneyville. So it's super competitive. And I think it found out that our kids have some toughness that sometimes I wondered if we had the ability to really dig in and compete. And we showed that. We're trying to carry some of that over this year, but also at the same time not trying to dwell on last year, and understand that we graduated 5 really good kids, but we also have some new kids that we really got to focus on, and they've got a chance to kind of make a name for themselves. And that's kind of what we're wanting to do. Is we put kind of the 2021 team kind of on the map last year, is now can we turn around and figure out how to put the 2022 team back on the map. So I think for us, it's just kind of celebrating last year and being encouraged by that, but also knowing we don't have to replicate that to have a good year, and two, that we can do those things, but it's going to be different than how we did it last year.
You touched on it just a moment ago about the schedule. You get a couple of games starting on the 23rd with Sesser-Valier, but that first weekend you go into a conference tournament that can tell you a lot about your team and where it's at that time.
Yeah, I mean, last year we went into it and we played really well. I think we just kind of ran out of gas in the final against Nashville and got second. But that's kind of how it played out. You had on our side Nashville, Pinckneyville, and us, I think, finished the top 3 teams, and that's probably who I would have thought on both sides of the conference last year probably were the top 3 teams. And it just shows you that even not playing those, but playing DeCoin and playing Heron and playing Massac and those teams, like, you better show up every single night in conference play, or they're good enough to beat you and knock any momentum or any confidence you had in your team. It's right out the door. So you better come in and play from the start, or it's going to be some long nights and long bus trips for you.
Well, Coach, have a good season. Look forward to it, and I hope people come out and watch, because it is exciting to watch volleyball.
Yeah, it is. We have some good kids that are really committed to the sport, and I just hope that, I know on certain nights we're competing with some freshman football, some JV football, and stuff like that. But I hope that people come out and just give it a chance, because we do have a good team. Like you said, volleyball is super exciting, and when you get 2 teams in there slugging it out, there's not many better environments than a big time volleyball game, as we saw last year in a regional final and a couple sectional games. Those were pretty fun environments, and I think it's something that we honestly could do on a night-to-night basis if we can get some people in the gym.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Dave.
Coach Nathan Emrick, the head coach of Carterville Lions Volleyball, and talked about, getting people in the stands, and they play a long schedule. They start on the 23rd. They're going to be at home when they take on Sesser-Valier. And then the 25th against Carbondale. And then that next weekend, or that weekend, will be the conference tournament, which, like we talked about in the interview, is pretty, lets you know exactly where you stand. I put together here on the slide the home games on the home slate for Carterville Volleyball. But, of course, if you want to keep up to date on the entire schedule, you can go to the website there, il.8to18.com/Carterville Lions, and you can find the schedule not just for volleyball, but for all of the teams all year long. That is the spot to go. But this team, as we mentioned, coming off that 34-win season a year ago, they just were fantastic. And one of the best volleyball games was over at Johnston City at sectionals, and it came from behind. They shouldn't have won that match, but they did. They just fought their way through, eventually losing to Mater Dei and ending the season. Appreciate Coach letting me come over and chat with him this afternoon. Hey, don't forget, coming up this week, of course, it's Monday. We got Carterville Junior High baseball and softball. Golf has been going on. They had a match today against Hamilton County and Benton. Coming up on Tuesday, junior high baseball versus Harrisburg at home. Softball versus Harrisburg at home. Those games will start at 4:30. There's no events coming up on Wednesday. Then for Thursday, you have golf at Nashville, girls golf at Nashville. The boys golf are taking on Hamco and Murfreesboro at home, Crab Orchard Country Club. And then 4:30, it'll be junior high baseball at Carbondale and softball as well. As you look toward Friday, big day for all the sports teams. They get their pictures taken when they're at school. And then Meet the Lions night is taking place. 5 o'clock is going to be the start of the food service. And then at, 6 o'clock, as we talked about, you can go over and watch Coach Nathan Emrick and the girls scrimmage for volleyball. They'll play a couple of sets. You'll get to see some JV. Then you'll get to see some of the varsity team. Then at 7 o'clock, over at the football field, we have everybody come over there, and all of the fall sport athletes are going to be introduced right then. And as soon as that's done, about 7:45 or so, get to watch a little bit of the football scrimmage. They don't show a whole lot. You don't want to show a whole lot during your scrimmage, but at least you'll get the opportunity to see the boys out on the field. That all starts 5 o'clock. This Friday night is Meet the Lions. You can come over there and participate in that. The Booster Club would love to chat with you. Maybe there's some way that you can help with the Carterville Athletic Booster Club. They are always needing people that want to be a part of this, and we have an outstanding Booster Club at Carterville. We're very blessed for that, but it takes people to help, and you can talk with them. They're going to have the tent set up there, and I think they meet on the first Wednesdays of the month throughout the school year, talk about the different ways that the athletic program can be helped out. And so hope you'll come over and check that out. Meet the Lions Friday night over at Carterville High School. I appreciate Coach Emrick spending a few minutes with me here this evening, letting me get caught up on him. I still got a couple teams I want to get to, cross country, golf, and soccer. See if we can get those done here this week. Appreciate you watching. I hope you have a great week, and go Lions.